Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to Brockville Local with a spotlight on what's going on in your community. With the oh my goodness, just a second, I'm not starting. We had a blooper. welcome, welcome to Brockville Local. This afternoon, we're speaking with special guest Nancy. I forgot your last name, but she's going to tell us in a second. But she's with organizing the 5 kilometer walk here in the city with Brockville Freedom Connection. And she's going to tell us all about what's happening on the 30th and beyond. And their focus is sponsoring refugees from war-stricken countries and atrocities elsewhere into the area. So welcome, Nancy, and thanks for joining us.
Hi, thanks for having me, Rebecca. Last name's Cassie.
Cassie, okay.
Yeah.
Because you didn't write it on your thing. So Nancy, at least I retained Nancy. So tell us a little bit about what is actually Brockville Freedom Connection and your fundraisers that you've been running throughout the year to help this organization help others.
Okay, great. Brockville Freedom Connection is a local refugee sponsorship group. We formed in 2019. So we've run a variety of different fundraisers over the last few years. We've had concerts, we've done some online shopping things, lots of different things. I had a haircut and color thing that I did with my grandson to raise some money. In just less than a week, in a few days, on the 30th, we're going to do a zombie walk, 5K. It's going to be along the Brock Trail. We have a Middle Eastern soiree coming up in November on the 26th. And at the end of November and through December, we're going to be selling fudge with Cowans. They're going to supply us.
All of these events go to help sponsor in refugees.
Yes, every
$1
dollar.
At a time? Okay.
Well, actually, I can't say too much for confidentiality purposes, but we are looking at an application for a family that's coming. We're working on getting a family reunited. We're also doing an application for a young family to come over.
I think many people might have seen that story about the family reunited because there's been a few news stories about the woman waiting for her daughter, which is a sad story. So what exactly is this 5 kilometer walk that you're organizing on the 30th?
So we're hoping that people will dress up as zombies or zombie hunters, something along that theme. We're going to be dressed up too. We would like, if people are interested in helping out, to do it like a walkathon. So if people would take pledge sheets, but we are asking for a minimum of $10 in pledges to enter the walk, which is really a cheap day out.
Cheap day out, yeah. And what time does it start?
So we're going to start at 1:00 on Saturday afternoon. We'll be beginning down by the water and then ending up in the north end. That's about 5K. I've been just giving out the details as people register because we're trying to stay within COVID limits. And if we have a lot of people gathering to come and watch, we might go outside of those numbers, and we don't want to have that happen. So I am asking people to pre-register just to help us keep things COVID safe.
So what are the restrictions? Because the numbers changed yesterday or the day before.
Okay. Yeah, we were told we've made arrangements with the health unit and with the city of Brockville to not go over 100. If we go over 100, we have to do a second heat, which would be just like an hour after the first ones.
Okay.
So we're gonna stick with that.
So you're looking for 100 people to participate.
We would love 100 people. Yeah.
Has there been a zombie walk before?
We have not done one. I'm not aware of one that's been in Brockville. I know they used to do fright nights along the trail, but I think that's been over for quite some time now. I think it switched to the Tunnel of Terror, but even that's I heard is not operating this year. So
I know for paintball, they through the month of October, every Saturday, they have zombies and paintball.
Oh, that's so cool.
You might want to
check that out. Yes, for sure.
So if you had 100 people, are you also people along the way going to be collecting donations for?
Yes, we'll be down there at the starting checkpoint, and we'll just we'll have a map to hand out of the route, and if people want to have their picture taken of their costume, that's great too, because we want to have a prize for the best child zombie, the best adult zombie, and the most dollars raised.
And who's taking the photos? Have you got a business to sponsor that for you, or is that?
No, we'll just take them and have them on our website.
Okay, cool.
On our Facebook page.
So it starts at 1 and it goes for 5 kilometers. What happens at the end?
There'll be another checkpoint too. If anybody wants information at the end about what it is that we do, then people will be there to talk to them about that. Those people will also be keeping account for us to make sure that, we're keeping within the gathering limits.
So you guys started in 2019. How many people or families have you been able to help get from these horrible situations in the refugee camps?
So it's been tough. We brought a young single man in 2019. We brought our young lady in 2019, whose family we're trying to sponsor now. And then COVID hit. We had hoped to do more, but with COVID, the visa offices all came to a screeching halt, and fundraising has been really, really difficult during a pandemic as well. So it hasn't been, too fruitful for us, but we are hoping to get this application in by the end of the year for a new family. And that's going to take some time, right? We're hoping we can get it sped up a little bit, but it could take up to, they're saying like about 39 months right now.
Oh, wow.
For the process. So
what inspired, this Brockville Freedom Connection to come to be? Like, where did that come from?
So there's another group, Refugees for Brockville, and the lady that was leading that group at the time is a friend of mine, and she just kept telling me to come out and come out and come out. I'm also just graduated social services program, so I'm a bit of a social warrior, and I like to help people. So I listened to her, and I went out and I got some information, and I went, "Ooh, I'm in." I haven't looked back since then. I went and watched some videos and heard from some people from some of the programs for refugees, and I was stuck ever since then. So she hooked us up with a few other people that were in the same boat, and from that we were born.
And you're fully volunteer run
Yes.
and operated.
Yes,
and have you got a charitable status or just not-for-profit status?
Just not for profit. Yeah.
Right. So that's why you're focused on doing fundraising with the FUN events?
Yes, exactly. Now, I will say we have recently joined forces with Capital Rainbow Refuge in Ottawa, and they do have a charitable status, and we can take donations through their community funding. If people want receipts for tax purposes and stuff, we can filter that through there and get receipts for people as well. They're a fantastic organization. They're helping with some of the legal stuff. They're connected with the law program at Ottawa University. So it's been really helpful for us to work with them.
So once people arrive, what happens to them afterwards? Are you guys you help them resettle and make connections and go to school or whatever else they need to learn the language?
Yes.
Do you guys go right to there, or you just get them into the country and just point the way?
No, we are, as a sponsorship group, we are responsible for the first 12 months that they're here.
Okay.
The fundraising that we do, we have to do some of it ahead of time in order to put the application in, but that also goes into the bank. Everything that we do pays their living for the first year that they're here. That gives us a chance to get them educated, to help if they need some language boosters. We help them to find employment. We take them to programs through the EEC, for example. We also help them with socialization, adapting to the culture changes, because it's a big culture shock for some of these people. but I mean, it's fantastic because at the same time we're learning. You know, I say we're volunteers. We don't get paid for this job, but we're paid by the heart. You know,
Mhm.
and the people that come a lot of times become like family to us as well, right?
Very cool.
Yeah.
So, how do people? Is there a link for people to get to register to participate in this 5 kilometer zombie walk
Yes, absolutely. We
on
have a
Saturday?
Facebook page,
Uh-huh.
and it's just Brockville Freedom Connection.
Okay.
And we have an email that's freedomconnection2019@gmail.com.
Let me make that for you if I can.
Okay.
Move this out of the way. Freedom. I'm a bad speller. Connection. Freedom Connection 2019?
Yeah.
2019 at Gmail. Yeah, but dyslexia sometimes too. So how does that look? Freedom Connection 2019.
It's perfect. Yep, that's it.
So if I send an email there, say we're going to be 2 or 3 people, is it open to all age groups?
Definitely. In fact, we encourage families to come out and do something fun on a Saturday afternoon.
Dressing up as a zombie?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be too scary for the kids. We're planning on having a few volunteers out along the route, but they'll be kind enough. So yeah, if you can message us there, or you can message us that we have a chat on our Facebook page as well. And somebody's usually monitoring pretty closely with that. We can answer pretty fast there as well.
So it's a fun event for the community, and you're helping somebody who's lost their community to get into a better community.
Exactly. Yes.
So have fun. I hope you guys have sunshine.
Thank you. It's actually calling for there's like a 70% chance. I've been watching it though, and it's varying. So we're hoping that we don't get rained on, or at least not too much. But it's also maybe a little bit an additive to the mood if it's a bit dreary, I think.
Okay.
So I'm okay if there's not sunshine, just not pouring rain.
Yeah,
but we are going to go rain or shine. So
rain or shine. Okay.
Yeah.
Umbrellas with skeletons hanging down. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you.
Anybody, if you feel so inspired to share this video around, invite your friends to think about taking part in the zombie walk, or else contributing $10, that's like 2 coffees. Have a good afternoon. Thank you so much. This is Rebecca for Brockville Local. Bye, Nancy.
Thank you, Rebecca.